You there? What's going on, Shield Squad? Welcome back to another JCTCG video where we talk market, Pokemon collecting, business, and just overall making better plays. Let's get to it. So, today, reprints. Summer slowdown. Everyone is panic selling. Everything's going to zero. Investors are getting wrecked. Scalpers have no margins. And collectors are winning. Did I just summarize everything? What I'm noticing, a lot of people are talking about Destined Rivals reprints. They're talking about prismatic EPCs, right? They're talking about being infinite pool of plays right now. They're talking about some of the cards that are crashing, like Mega Greninja, Pitch Black, Mega Darkrai. Just overall slowdowns everywhere. Other markets are pulling liquidity. We just had Magic the Gathering Hobbit come out. We had Final Fantasy Blissful Eternity, which is, it's not on the same level, but liquidity is being drawn to other places, right? People are starting to notice that there could be opportunities in other TCGs, and that might be pulling liquidity out of Pokemon. However, most people are not going to take advantage of the opportunities at this moment. It's an early morning for me. I'm currently drinking my pre-workout, so sorry if there's any pauses. Extremely busy. I don't have time to make videos, so gotta do what I gotta do. Anyways, what I'm noticing, people are not taking advantage, although everyone is saying to buy, right? And that is always going to be the psychology on the market, right? Because most people expect it to go lower, right? You see ETBs at 130, right? Destined Rivals ETBs at 130, 145. You want them lower, and I get it. There is a possibility that they will be lower, right? Maybe $100, $90, right? I remember Lost Origin ETBs during the whole TikTok deal shop. I remember getting them for $24 for a case. I ended up paying $220 something on TikTok shop after a coupon, which is like, okay, we don't have those deals no more, but it was just the state of the market during that time. White Crown Zenith got printed to the ground. I remember just walking into a GameStop and just randomly pulling in a $20.8 ETB, right? So we're not there yet. I think most people have price memory, and that affects them from making decisions. And I think that is one of the biggest detriments to most of the people in this hobby who either look to make plays, invest, and that sometimes does not allow us to make certain plays because we think it's going to go lower or go to those times. There is always a possibility, right, that it could, right? And that is all based on your risk tolerance and where you are in life and your goals. If you want to take the chances, if you feel the need to take the chances, and you know that, hey, if this goes to whatever lower price I'm uncomfortable with, I wouldn't mind holding, right? Because at some point you'll have to make a decision. You either hold, you sell at a loss, or you buy more, right? You commit. And some people talk about dollar cost average. That's not a bad strategy. However, there's also a saying that says, hey, let your winners run, let your losers go. All right, so if something is not moving for you and you want to get rid of it, maybe it's time. However, if you are really committed, maybe you don't buy all your products at once and you nibble at the market, right? You dollar cost average. If you believe that Destined Rivals booster boxes are a good price at $400, maybe you buy, I don't know, one or two, maybe a case. If you think they're going to go lower, maybe you buy a couple more, another case. And little by little, you build your position instead of just buying it all in one clip, and increasing your chances of getting wrecked, right? The same thing happens in the stock market, and in any other, crypto market, if that's what you're into. If you buy it all at once, chances are you will immediately see your money go down. I think we have gotten used to quick gains, especially in this hobby. I think people don't have the patience to withstand and hold long term. And the people who stick around and the people who will take advantage of those opportunities will definitely come out better, right? Because we all know, we all see it. People rotate in and out of the hobby. You know, the hype brings in newer people. Money brings in newer people. And when the demand goes, they will all go. Quick lesson here, at least from my perspective. During Sword and Shield, Evolving Skies, I remember vividly, everyone was talking about reprints, right? Booster boxes were around $300 or so. I believe that's where it was at. Could have been the second or third reprint. Me, as a big Timmy, you know, someone who was not in tune with the markets, you know, how things move, I open up every single one of my Evolving Skies booster boxes when I heard of reprints, right? Every single video during that time, and you can look it up. I'm not lying to you. Everyone had Evolving Skies. Oh, it's gonna drop to $100. It's gonna go back down to where it was at. Do not buy this, right? It's gonna get cheaper, cheaper, cheaper. Guess what ended up happening? It never, those reprints never came, right? I'm not saying that's gonna happen here. There has been, you know, it's been confirmed that Destiny Rivals is getting a reprint. But what I'm stating here is that for those that are not in tune with the market and they see all of these titles, right? They see all these videos and they follow certain people who are not in tune with the market, they will definitely miss out, right? I'm pretty sure there are people out there saying, oh yeah, do not buy, you know, ETBs, they're going to be $40, or right, they're saying booster boxes are going to go back down to $160 and or whatever, right? Maybe. What happens if they don't? Are you just going to sit in the sideline and watch? What I'm trying to say here is there's probably a lot of money on the side, right? A lot of people watch Destiny Rivals immediately go up after it was released, right? Most people never got the opportunity. I remember it was stuck somewhere between $250 and $275, and most would not buy because it was too much. And what happened? Did it 2x from there. Went up to all the way to 600. Me personally, I don't have a big position in Destiny Rivals. I did sell whatever I had around $550 to $575. Did I predict that this was going to happen? Maybe, maybe not. I used funds for something else, right? And just kept going in and out. However, at this point, I think it will be a really good chance to build positions. So I'm looking at anything below 400, right? And just start buying little by little if we get there. If not, then I'm okay. We're not chasing. There are other opportunities in the market. Like I said, there's always keep this in mind. There's always opportunities in the market. Just gotta look for them. Just gotta find them. And just don't believe everything everyone says on the internet, right? Be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you follow. Make sure that what they're saying is also what they're doing, right? Most people do not put their money where their mouth is. So, as someone who's seen it all, I like to show plays because I want to bring in people who understand how important it is to, hey, if this person is doing it, that means I could do it. And or if they're willing to take the chances are that, okay, they're putting their plays out there for people to ridicule them. And that's fine. You're not always going to be right. And when you're wrong, just take the L's to the chin and move forward, right? It is what it is. So, if you're new to the channel, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. As I record my journey, this is all for future reference for me and to share some of the knowledge that I have. I will see you all in the next one because my pre-workout is kicking in. Peace.